Hi friends! I hope you guys are having a super fun rainy day. Sometimes the best ideas come on rainy days. I wanted to come and do a fun experiment with you guys. We've been talking about different bodies of water like ponds and lakes and rivers. And one thing that I always notice about them is that sometimes they're clear and you can see the bottom and you can see rocks and you can see sometimes some fish swimming. And sometimes when you go look at the water, you can't see anything. It's really muddy and brown, and even if you put your hand in, you can't see your hand anymore. And I wanted to know why. And so I thought we'd do an experiment about things that dissolve in water. And so dissolve means when an item such as the sugar I have here becomes part of the water. And so it's like they do a really, really big hug and they become one and you don't see it anymore. And so that is what happens in rivers and lakes and ponds. When you can't see much in it, that means that the mud has dissolved in the water. And so we're gonna do an experiment where we're gonna make a prediction. And a prediction is we're gonna guess what's gonna happen. And we're gonna guess what types of items from my kitchen are gonna dissolve in the water we have here. So I'll show you guys the items that we have, and then you can pause the video and write down your predictions, and then you can unpause and we'll do the experiment together. So the first thing that I have is coffee. I want you guys to make a guess on whether your coffee is going to dissolve in the water or if it's gonna sit at the bottom or float to the top and not go into the water. Next thing I have is granola for yogurt or cereal. Do you guys think that the granola is gonna mix with the water and disappear? Or do you think that it's going to float at the top or fall to the bottom? The next thing that I have is sprinkles, everyone's favorite. So I want you guys to think about whether the sprinkles are gonna dissolve into the water. Next I have is sugar. Make a good prediction on whether you think sugar will dissolve. Next thing I have is pancake mix. Super yummy, but I wonder if it's gonna dissolve into the water or not. And the last thing I have is good old Parmesan cheese. Now this is grated, so it's really fine and small. So I want you guys to make a prediction on whether that's gonna dissolve into the water or not. But go ahead and pause the video, and then when you guys are ready, you can unpause it and we'll conduct the experiment together, okay? Go ahead and pause. All right, are you guys ready to conduct our experiment and see if our predictions were right? Let's get out our first jar of water. I shall go get a spoon so that we can stir. And let's start with our first guess, which was the coffee. So I'm going to put 1 spoonful of coffee in here. And do you remember your guess? Is it going to dissolve, or is it going to float to the bottom or float to the top or fall to the bottom? Let's see. We'll put it in and stir it up really good. All right, let's see what happened. So it looks like the water got pretty murky, but if you look really closely, it's starting to separate. And it looks like the coffee is floating all to the top. So that means that coffee does not dissolve, but it floats to the top. All right, who got that one right? Did anyone guess right? All right, let's do our next one. Let's grab our water. Wipe off our spoon of leftover coffee. And our next one is granola. What did you guess for granola? Do you guess that it's going to dissolve or it's gonna float to the top, maybe like coffee did? So we'll do a spoonful. Mama. We'll put it in the water and we'll stir, stir, stir. Would you like to come help me? Wallace wanted to come join. You can stand up. You wanna hold on to the table? Yeah, we're doing an experiment about dissolving. You stir? All right, should we show everyone? Let's see what happened.
Water.
Yep, leave that there, please. All right, the water got a little murky, so it looks like part of the oatmeal or the granola dissolved, and part of it floated to the top, and part of it fell to the bottom. So what's cool about granola is that there's lots of different parts of granola. So it looks like everybody was right. Yes, baby. Granola. Looks like everybody was right because some of it dissolved and some of it didn't. Oh, no thank you. Yeah, we're all done with granola. We'll dump this out and get a new one. You gonna stir it? All right, our next one was sprinkles. We'll do a little bit of every color. Was your guess that it's gonna dissolve, or is it going to float to the bottom or float to the top and fall to the bottom? Let's add some blue and pink and purple. We'll add a little green, a little orange. Yeah, you can help me. You want to stir it? And red. All right, now that we have all of our rainbows, let's see what's happening. Looks like a super fun party in there. Go ahead and stir it, Wallace. Stir, stir, stir. What's happening? Yeah, we'll use this one for the next one. All right, so we stirred. All right, let's see. Does it look like it dissolved at all? This one did not. This one did not dissolve.
Daddy!
So right now we have a no dissolving.
Daddy!
Kind of dissolved.
Daddy!
This one did not dissolve at all. All the sprinkles are still there. You want to see this one? All right. We're going to leave those over here. Our next one that we're going to do is sugar. Which one did you guess for sugar? Did you guess that it's going to dissolve into the water? Or is it going to float to the top? Or is it going to fall to the bottom? Yes, baby, sugar. Are you excited about sugar? Let's do a spoonful in here. Say 1, 2. We'll do one more spoonful. All right, in it goes, and we'll stir, stir, stir. You want to help stir? Stir, stir, stir.
Oh, Daddy!
Yes, we'll use that one after. All right.
Daddy!
Let's see what happened.
Daddy!
Do we see? It looks like the sugar dissolved. I don't see the sugar anymore. It looks like plain old water to me. That means that sugar does dissolve. Did you guys get that one correct? Very cool. That's our first one that did dissolve. All right. Next we have super yummy pancake mix. What was your guess? What do you think will happen? Yeah, pancake mix. Do you want to help me pour it?
Okay.
Pour it in this one. We'll do a couple shakes.
Okay.
All right. Should we stir it? Go stir, stir, stir. There it goes. You want to help? Stir, stir, stir. All right, let's see what happened. Let's show them. All right, so even though the water changed color, it did dissolve because there's no more pancake mix on the top. So it's still like water, but it changed color. So that's kind of like how mud dissolves in ponds, or how mud dissolves in the pond water. And why it's murky is because the mud dissolves in the water. The mud dissolves in the water, but it does change the color of the water. So the coffee did not dissolve. The granola kind of dissolved. The sprinkles did not dissolve. The sugar did dissolve. You doing more sprinkles? We don't have any yellow sprinkles, but you can do purple. And the pancake mix did dissolve. We have one more, and that is for our Parmesan cheese. Did you guys guess that the Parmesan cheese would or would not dissolve? We'll have to see. Remember, it's finely grated. You putting sprinkles everywhere? All right, we'll put that in there and we'll stir, stir, stir. No, we're not gonna put sprinkles. Put sprinkles in this one. Thank you. All right, let's see. It's still spinning around, but does it look like it dissolved? I'm still seeing a lot of Parmesan chunks in there. So it looks like it dissolved a little bit, but not too much because the color changed a little bit, but I still see lots of Parmesan chunks. So I'm gonna say this one is a no. This one did not dissolve. All right, everybody. How did you guys do in your predictions? It's okay if you got them wrong. That's what science is all about. You guys make guesses and then you see if you're right or wrong. And if you're wrong, that's okay because that means you learned something today. You learned about why ponds are murky sometimes and why we can see through them, but sometimes we can't. And so it's all about what dissolved in the water. But I hope you guys like this experiment and that you guys have a super great day. I will see you guys soon. Bye.